Welcome to day 16 of your 30-day challenge. I'm Melisa with MaKa Movement, and today we are going to rock Pincha Mayurasana, okay? So we do need lengthened hamstrings. That's going to help us to be able to get up. We need a strong core, strong shoulders, and a sense of balance, okay? So first I want you to take your feet together, lean back slightly. So here we're starting to activate our core. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Raise your right leg up toward the sky, and then straighten, extend your leg if you can, okay? I want you to interlace your hands behind your calf muscles and start to pull your leg in toward you. So here I'm already activating my biceps. I'm drawing my navel in, working the core, and keep it reaching. So just be aware of where your hips want to go. Do your legs want to turn out, or are you able to keep them parallel? Breathe. Bend your knee, take that leg down to the floor. Okay, left leg, reach it up. So still work your core, straighten your leg if you can. If not, it's okay. You can start to work your biceps a little more. Pull your leg in toward your face. And breathe. Find that steady Ujjayi breathing. Release, lower down. So we'll warm up our core a little bit more by raising both legs, coming into Navasana. So with Navasana, with boat pose, you can keep your knees bent or you can extend your legs, whatever feels better for you that day, today. Good, bend your knees in. Reach out again. 1, 2, 3, keep your neck nice and long. 4, 5, bend your knees in. Reach it out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees in one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your shins, take your hands in front of you, and come onto all fours. So here again, we'll get ready. We'll do some dolphin push-ups just like we did yesterday. Remember those? Okay, make the number 11 with your middle finger. Spread your fingers pretty wide and push the pads of your fingers into the floor. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out. Use this time to really draw your navel in and practice pushing away from the floor. So we want our faces away from the floor. So practice here. Bend those elbows, push back. Bend the elbows, push back. Bend the elbows like you're going to do a face plant and falling, and then push back. Bend your elbows, push back. Bend your elbows, push back. One more time. Bend your elbows, push back, lower your heels down toward the floor. So here's our downward facing dog. But unlike downward facing dog, in Pincha Mayurasana, we'll actually be looking up slightly. We want cervical extension, okay? So now I want you to drop your forearms down onto the floor. So we'll practice with dropping your right, then your left. Then coming back up. Right elbow lifts, left elbow lifts. Now drop your left. Left forearm comes down, then right. Then lift it up, lift it up. Then practice with both forearms at the same time. So my quads are active, my legs are active, my belly's in. Drop both forearms down, lift back up. Drop both forearms down, lift back up. Drop both forearms down, lift back up. One more time. Drop both forearms down, lift back up. Now drop both forearms down, hold here. So if you need your strap, if your elbows are sliding out to the sides, grab your strap and lasso it around your forearms. Close up by your elbows, just like we did yesterday, okay? So elbows have to stay in. Take your feet together. Walk your feet as close to your elbows as possible and keep lifting your sits bones to the sky. So belly comes in, lift your sits bones, lift your heels up off the floor, hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower your heels back down. Again, lift them back up, hold 1, draw your belly in. 2, keep pushing your face away from the ground. 4, 5, lower down, lift back up. So there's a lot of blood rushing to your face. 2, 3, 4, 5, lower down, good. Push back, take an extended child's pose. So here you're just letting your shoulders melt toward the floor. You can bring your forehead down to the mat, let your shoulders relax. Your toes are touching, knees are apart. Okay, now back up onto your forearms. Make the letter L. You can always use a block, like we did yesterday. It's kind of a marker for where you want your hands to be. Okay, knees come up off the floor, walk your feet together. Raise one leg. One leg's gonna wanna come up. Make sure your hips stay square, not open. Square hips, okay? Active legs, draw your belly in. So now we're gonna start to take those little baby hops that we left off at yesterday. Little hop, little hop, little hop. Land softly. So what's really important is to keep reaching your shoulder blades up toward the sky and have a lot of focus. You'll get to this point where you're kind of floating and then lower, floating and lower. Now my left leg stays active. It's not moving at all, right? My right leg is doing all the work. So you can do this about 15, 20 times. When you're ready, you can switch sides. And then we'll come all the way up into Pincha Mayurasana. So here we'll start, little taps. Tap your knee, lower back down to the floor. Tap your knee, lower to the floor. This gives you some time to feel yourself in space, to feel this floating before both legs are straight. So it gives you the safety of this bottom leg being able to get to the floor pretty quickly if you feel like you need it. Plus, it's just fun. Okay, so one leg reaches up, other knee is gonna bend, lift up, tap, lower, lift up, tap, lower. Find that space where you feel free and light. Your drishti comes up between your thumbs. So I want you to draw this line between your thumbs and look at it, and it'll come maybe a little bit below that. But you just don't want to be looking down toward your toes. Or up toward your toes. So once you've kind of come here and you feel pretty good, you can start to straighten the leg. Push your finger pads into the floor. Strong shoulders, strong core. Find your balance. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Bend your knees, lower down to the floor. So with Pincha Mayurasana, it helps to practice against a wall if you wanted. So let's say this were a wall. You would take your fingers a couple inches away from the wall. That would always be a safety for you. And you can kick up into the wall. Take your time to find your balance. Push away from the floor. So continue to work your shoulders. You can always go back to yesterday. Strengthen those shoulders a whole lot. Get rid of the fear. So many times I see that fear is what's stopping people from actually being able to get up. So once we have the balance, we have the strength, and we have the focus, you'll be able to rock Pincha Mayurasana. All right, great work today, yogis and yoginis. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.